What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one, y'all. Ready to love, okay? Episode 6. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's go in.
Made it through another elimination, but if my connections were mutually genuine, then I wouldn't have been in the bottom.
This week, I want you to focus on your non-negotiables and determine what you truly want in a relationship.
Good to see you.
All right, not too tight.
Being on this date with Herbert, absolutely we're competing against each other.
May the best man win.
How you are with your sons, it triggers something in me, and I'm happy because I'm like, this is a special woman.
Where do you stand as far as your comfortability within that black space?
A lot of people prejudge me. The black culture thing is just disrespectful.
Unique, you're not ready to love.
Okay.
No, it took me some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be. Oh, but now I'm ready to love.
Hey, Tommy.
Right now, what time is the prom?
You already know, Tommy.
Going into the lounge with Tommy, I'm a ball of mixed emotions.
Everybody wearing colors, huh?
I'm really excited to sit down and talk to him, but at the same time, he always comes with something up his sleeve.
Ladies.
Fun fact for everybody. Lee, I guess her real name is Leanne. So fun fact is there was 2 Leannes and there was 2 Christophers in this episode. So they had to shorten up this Leanne to Lee, and they had to shorten up one of the Chris's to Chris and the other Christopher. Just a fun fact. Let's go back in.
Ladies, welcome back to the lounge. We are halfway through this journey. That simply means we're getting to the thick of things.
Indeed.
We are.
Connections are becoming a lot more serious. So tell me how this process been going so far. Have the men
Yo, let's just keep going.
been putting in the work?
The ladies on the left look edible. I'm trying to keep it classy, but I'm just saying they look very delicious here. Lee, I can peel you like a banana, girl. Okay, and Kat, yeah. You look real nice in that dress. That dress is banging. Okay. Janelle, I sense Janelle is very insecure about her body, and ever since the Habibi situation, she's been very covered up. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying she's coming very conservative these days, and Kira is Kira, So, but the 2 on the left, bad mama jammas. I'm gonna just say, let's go.
Yeah. We need a little bit more pressure.
I see some people kind of improving and then others kind of just falling off.
The ones that need to are doing what they're supposed to do.
What about them other ones?
They just getting far. really, really far away from me.
All right. Sound like a few of y'all got some doubts. This week, the power to send someone home is in your hands. So, with that, I want y'all to go on dates this week and express your doubts. No better way to separate the cream from the crop than to lay it all out on the line.
I'm definitely gonna take Tommy's assignment to heart. Usually when you're dating, you have doubts about people, but you don't really bring it to their attention. And then 6 to 7, 8 months in.
Let me just go back here. Hold on.
You don't really bring it to their attention. And then 6 to 7, 8.
Now, let me just say this real quick about Kat. Okay. I can kind of see Janelle kind of leaning away from her, and everybody know probably by now that's watching this that these two don't get along. They've been beefing online. I haven't seen her make any friends among these women. I have seen women online and some women who have responded to me that they see a ton of red flags with Kat. My question is to y'all is, what do women got against Kat? I just want to know. It is baffling to me. Now, who was that? I think it was Unique. When Unique seen her, she said, oh, she got some long legs. You know, she's this, that, and the third. She looked like some strong competition. That was probably the nicest clip that they could use of the women. So they used Unique's clip because it was probably the nicest. Janelle, I don't see her like she's on an island by herself. I don't see her vibing with none of the ladies. Some of the men are trying to get to know her, which is cool, obviously, but none of the ladies, not on the show, not off the show. And I'm wondering if ladies can please enlighten me. What do y'all got against Kat? What are these red flags? What is it that you feel like Janelle don't like about her? What is it about her that women just don't like? It is puzzling to me. And again, she's on the island. I don't see her with no strong connections with any of these women on the show. Now, I have my own theories. My own theory is they are super intimidated by this woman. Okay, they think that she's going to come in and swoop up all of the good connections, all of the good men, and throw a monkey wrench in all of their programs. They're threatened by her. The women off the show who commented in some of the comments and said they seen red flags. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. I mean, this woman looks like a comedic queen to me right now. Okay, for real, an Egyptian queen. I mean, I don't understand what the vitriol and the sort of the hate is with Kat. Let me know. Let's go back in.
8 months in, even if you want to leave, it's just like, I gotta start all the way over. So I think it's really important to get the questions that you have answered.
All right, ladies, we're gonna meet later this week. We're gonna discuss your dates. And we're also gonna decide who is it that you feel just isn't ready to love. All right? I want y'all to have a good week. You may leave.
Thank you, Tommy.
Our phone conversations have been so meaningful, and we spend hours on the phone.
But I also know that she had a good connection with Chris.
I saw y'all had to unbutton the woman.
Of course, that is something that would be looming in the background, but I'm way too excited about seeing her and get time with her, so I think that's first and foremost right now.
So what you been up to? What you been thinking about?
You? I got a beautiful woman to incorporate in life, so life is good. I ain't tripping on that.
Like you saying, incorporate.
Yeah, you know I'd like to talk to you about what's on my mind.
Right, we talk a lot.
Yeah, Aries is a cutie too, man. Oh my goodness. Probably the most naturally beautiful woman on the show. As far as her face and her, far as her face, I mean, yeah, she, got a couple pounds on her. I think if she, lost a couple pounds, I'll just put it that way. I ain't gonna give it an exact number, but I'm gonna say she lost a couple. She could be even that more. She could actually be number one on the show. But, a gorgeous woman too. I just love her natural beauty. It's so easy to look at. Let's go.
On all levels.
50 million hours a day.
I'll tell you.
So, Tommy had us have an assignment this week where we're supposed to talk about doubts. So like for me, obviously, I have my boys. And I want to make sure that whoever I'm with, you know, is going to accept my kids and be a partner in this with me.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on those topics in general?
In the grand scheme, I'm doing this to find a wife. Like, hopefully, that's my goal. And I'm open to having more kids, but that don't mean I got to have them from scratch. You know what I'm saying? You have two. If we're together and we get married and have this great relationship and all that, now I got 3.
Okay.
That's the end of it. There's no more to the story.
Me having 2 divorces, does that scare you?
No, because that's your reality.
Right.
Phil is going to tell, he's so smitten with her, he's going to tell her whatever she want to hear. She's been divorced twice. I did not know that. I knew she was divorced once. I didn't know she was divorced twice. That would give me some pause. And the reason why is because I would ask her, did she leave in both marriages? Because if she left in both, either she don't know she don't either know how to vet men, she don't know how to vet men real well, or she gives up easy. And I will be cautious on either one of those. If you don't know how to vet men well and you give up easy, I'm not sure if I want to risk giving you my heart, okay? Because what makes me any different than those other guys you just left? And that's a legitimate question. That's a legitimate question. I don't know if Phil is going to question that, but I would dig deeper into, like, look, I said in one of my videos, I don't like talking about exes, and I don't like talking about exes. But when you've been divorced twice, there is a pattern that's going on, and, you know, I think that is cause for a bit of concern. Maybe we don't have to talk about the exes, but I want to talk about you. I want to talk about you as a person and what made you, how much does it take for you to leave? See, Aries to me takes me as a woman who doesn't, she seems to not give a lot, and she seems to kind of be, I don't want to say self-righteous. That's not the right word. I kind of just want to say, she almost seemed to pedestalize herself so that she is, you have to, you know, jump through hoops to try to keep her happy and keep her pleased. She don't like to really, you know, talk to guys. Guys gotta come up to her. She kind of got her chin up a little bit, and to even keep her attention, I'm thinking that you're gonna have to keep jumping through these hoops just to keep her pleased. And the moment she don't feel like you're worthy of her presence, or you don't feel like, or she feel like you don't work. Now, look, this is all guesses. I'll admit that, but she just had that air about her that she can kind of quit and leave early. And as a man, it's like, I don't want to be the next contestant on a, you know, on the Price is Right, or the Man is Right. I want to be a forever. When a man get married, he want it forever. He don't want it, you know. But so I would kind of question more about that with Aries, and if she don't want to talk about the exes, then talk more about her and try to figure out what makes her tick, what makes her walk away, what makes her quit. Did she Was she the one who initiated both divorces? I think those are fair questions. Anyway, let's see how Phil handles it.
So, and I've been married before. I've had a child. I'm just gonna be better at it on my next go round.
So you want to be a husband?
It's fun to share your life with somebody.
Yeah.
That actually like you.
Stop looking at me like this.
I don't have to. Continue, please.
After the conversation about doubts, I really do think Phil is capable of, being a leader and a lover of my boys.
Phone conversations have been great, but in person is a lot better.
It is.
It's a whole lot better. I'm just happy. It's just a great feeling to be next to her, talking about childhood to adulthood to parenthood. I think it's kind of like a romantic scene in a movie.
Are you ready to get out of here?
You ready to walk into your car?
Yeah.
It's what this process should be about.
Put all this stuff in here so I can give my hug because I don't know when I'm going to see you again.
It's already too long.
I know.
Yeah. Listen, I know I keep stopping at y'all. I'm going to try to chill out. But listen, the last episode, Aries went to Chris' crib on a little date, and he cried in front of her, and she kind of was acting a little distant. My whole theory on that is because Aries has already made up her mind. I think she was just, and this is the part that we probably won't see, I think she already made up her mind with Phil. I think she was going through the motions on that Chris date. Okay? That's the only thing that really makes sense. The way she looked at this dude at the dinner and was like, don't look at me. They hugging, looked like they kissing. She already made up her mind. We couldn't tell that last week with the Chris date, but in this episode, to me, it makes sense. Okay, she was going for production. She wasn't going. She already made up her mind up who her guy is. I don't see Aries rocking with any other guy. It's Phil all day, every day. That's pretty clear to me now. It wasn't last week, and I'm like, she wasn't really feeling Chris. Now I get it. Because she already made up her mind. She's already fully invested in Phil. Anyway, let's go in.
I definitely can see Philip in my future, but I'm also establishing this strong connection with Chris.
Good night.
Till the next time.
I know.
Back to text messages and phone.
I know.
It's like a long distance relationship.
I know.
So I got a lot to think about.
Bye.
All right. Strong connection with Chris. Okay. I know I said all that I said, but I guess we'll see. I don't think it's close. I think sometimes productions want you to say something so you don't know what's going to happen, so they kind of say, keep it interesting, keep it, keep people guessing, so name both men, but I seen how she was with Chris. I see how she is with Phil. Two totally different worlds. Okay. You can't convince me she's into Chris as much as she is into Phil. It just is what it is. And she looked nice in that tight, what looked like leather suit or whatever. Nice. Nice Tesla.
You've been waiting on me, I'ma hit the flow. Seen you watching when I walked into the door. Wasn't ready, now you asking for some more. Put it down, I'ma end up with the glow.
When Tommy lets us know that our focus is doubt, my biggest concern was things being too good to be true with some of these guys.
Hey,
hi, how are you? Christopher's new, so all I know is he's a cute face and he has a deep voice. But when you meet someone, you put your best foot forward. So I just...
What y'all think of Chris, ladies? finally get a showing of Chris. Let's see how it go.
See what he's coming in on today. So a lot has happened since I last seen you.
It really had. And at the hold down, I didn't get to talk to you much, but we did get to introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Sierra looks absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited because this is one of the women that I haven't had a chance to really talk to.
I love your hair outside the cowboy hat. I was kind of scared you was a hatfish.
Thought the hairline was back. You thought I had that going on?
I'm absolutely nervous that the women have power this week, so I hope to dig deep and find more about each other.
So, how's the journey going for you so far?
Oh my God, it's been eventful. I'm just trying to like get deeper and make sure I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
Like you'll meet someone and then they're great. It's like the honeymoon stage, and then they become this other person.
Yeah.
Like that raises doubt for me.
That's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm always like that push forward, positive type of person. I don't never doubt myself in a situation.
Do you have any insecurities?
No, I don't. And that's why I say I never doubt myself. That's
oh my God. I've never met a person without any insecurity.
Because I've learned to be who I am, whether a person like it or not. I'm big on consistency because how can you get to know a person if they're not consistent?
So I'm hearing Christopher, but I'm trying to see Christopher. I wasn't feeling any genuineness.
I went to school to become a doctor for 2 years. The school was super high.
It's hard to really separate the real from the fake.
I'm into fashion and all that good stuff.
Into fashion?
Yeah, so I've done like runway shows, New York Fashion Week, and all that stuff.
And is that really your voice? Barry White, is that you? So like when you're dating a woman, what's your pace? Like what's your dating style?
I pay attention to detail, to what a person like.
Okay, so Birkin bags are really my thing. I like Chanel.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She just asked me about a $50,000 purse. I mean, I just met you. I don't even know your last name, Sierra.
You kind of scared me when you was talking about them Birkins a little bit. What if it's a rough year and I can't get you that Birkin? Do you leave or do you run away or what do you do?
Oh, one thing about me, if I want something
you go find somebody else can get the Birkin?
No, I'm gonna buy the Birkin.
Will you look at me different?
Right.
Because I'm in a rough patch and couldn't get the Birkin?
For you just saying that little thing, that is very true to my life. My finances brings doubt to men all the time. The Birkin joke's real for me because guys really get intimidated by that. And then for him to turn around trying to make me feel bad, this is really an insecurity within yourself.
You gonna leave her in her Birkin right there.
Essence was about.
Let me say this. I get both sides. I get both sides of this argument. Chris did. I would have took the whole Birkin thing as a joke, as Sierra kind of meant it to be. And she said if she likes something, she's gonna get it. She's not gonna look at you any different. And at the same time, I agree with Chris. Like, what if I can get you that Birkin, you gonna look at me different? Like, and Sierra said a lot of guys get intimidated by her income or whatever the case may be. I understand both sides. I understand. I lean more towards Sierra though. Like, look, if I'm gonna get a Birkin and I'm not gonna look at you differently, don't worry about it. Relax. It is showing an insecurity in you, Chris, or Christopher. But Christopher, I think, not knowing Sierra type of sense of humor, he is going to kind of jump to conclusion because he's trying to get to know her. So, but once she said what she said, which is, no, I'm not gonna look at you different, I'm just joking around or whatever, he should have just let it go. But he kind of kept persistent, which kind of made him look insecure. But I get both sides of that, but I lean more towards Sierra. Like, it was a joke, relax. And if I want something, I just go get it myself. One thing I like about Sierra is she don't she's not braggadocious about nothing that she does or her income or, you know, whatever that is. And she is pretty down to earth. One of the most down to earth chicks on here. You know, I've always seen her be very, very down to earth. And, you know, so Chris, and it's funny because one of the viewers on here said that they had Chris rated at, I believe, at number 4, and I had Chris rated at number 6. I had him much lower than what she did, and I don't know. I kind of want to toot my own horn because I think I was more right on the Christopher, I should say, because Christopher kind of take me. Now, one thing I was wrong about with Christopher is I said he might be a bigger simp. From that Birkin bag situation, I don't think he's a simp anymore, just for the record. But I do feel like he is a little quirky, and he's going to take a special kind of woman to get to know him. So all that being said, I lean more towards Ciara in that scene, but I understand where Chris was coming from. He just don't got no sense of humor and made it bigger than what it should have been. But in fairness to him, he don't know Ciara like that, so he has to learn her sense of humor. You know, it's not a natural connection between them two. Let's go in. This is going to be Chris and Jessica.
Howdy, party people.
Wow. All right. Thank you.
How are you?
Wow, this is so unexpected.
Chris and I are both very busy, so I thought it'd be a great idea for me to grab some lunch.
That's just how it is, y'all. I know the volume is a lot lower for some reason. Hopefully we'll get the volume back up. Let's go.
And maybe just have a little intimate date at his work site.
We're almost done.
Oh.
Sound like we might need to.
Cute.
Thank you. This is a good starter home for families.
This week, we're discussing doubts. One thing I love about my other connection, Morier, our communication style is very direct. We can talk about a ton of different things. And Chris is not the most consistent person. So I think we just have to find some common ground in that space.
This was actually a surprise. You know the secret to my heart is
anyone.
The fact that Jessica brought me lunch, I was not expecting that at all. Because she's such an authoritative figure, she can anger easily. Do you agree with that, or you think it was my fault?
Immediately, no.
Oh, okay. So I really want to dive into that because I need more of that compassion side. How's work been for you today?
You know, everybody want to get paid.
And everybody loves coffee, especially your coffee.
Yeah, they do. So excited about that. It's going well. But, you know, I'm also here because I have work to do.
Okay.
And Tommy has challenged us to kind of discuss doubts.
Okay.
Doubts can be strong, so I say moments of pause.
The thing about you is a strong woman is attracted to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just what I look for. But since you're such a powerful woman, the way you talk to me has to be different than the way you talk to other people.
This is a learning situation. Everybody pay close attention. He just said the way you talk to me has to be different than how you talk to everybody else. If you expect me to be your man. Okay, let's see how she responds.
Mm-hmm. So if you're in a situation where you have to be so assertive, I need you to be soft when it comes to me, because I'm gonna always be soft to you.
Okay. Chris wants a softer tone, less assertive. I'm not sure what those different spaces look like. I like direct communication, so I'm not gonna start talking like this because I want to get a man. Like that's not it.
So what are some areas about our connection that might give you some pause?
I feel that you may not be as consistent as you present that you are. I don't hear much from you.
Sometimes I get lost in the sauce of work.
Everyone's busy.
Yeah.
But I think you make time for what you want to make time for,
I
right?
agree. And so that's something that I'm gonna admit, I need to do it more, but do you truly feel that you've been reaching out to me?
I will say in the beginning, no, because I did not have your phone number. I will put forth more effort in doing it, right? But if you say you're gonna call back, then I'm expecting you to do what you say you're gonna do.
Okay.
Right? Our date ended on a high note. When I raised my concern around consistency, he was able to receive it, kind of give me an update on where he was. Because he shared with me that he didn't feel like I was that consistent. So all in all, I think it was a good day. I know that you probably got to go back to work.
Thank you so much, and I will be communicating more.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, love.
All righty, I'll get this.
Okay.
I really love the fact that they handled that like grown ass adult people. Chris said, look, watch how you talk to me. Okay. I know how you are at your business, and you probably got employees, and you used to being the boss lady and all that other stuff, but don't come at me like that. You gotta talk to me differently. And she received that. Even though she didn't agree with that, she received it. And she didn't get bent out of shape about it. And then she came at him with the whole, do what you say you're going to do. If you're going to get my number and, say you're going to call, I'm expecting you to stick to your word. And he received that. Okay, I'll try to do better with that. I don't think she's really going to try to do better with talking to him differently, though. It's like, so it did seem a little one-sided. Her whole thing is, I'm not changing. And listen, ladies, why is it so hard to change? Why is it? What she said is, I'm not going to do all that and change for a man. That's what she said. You're letting all the men know that you don't really value them. You don't really care about what they think. You only care about what you feel, how it makes you feel. Huge turnoff. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, that mentality is not going to change. So even if you find a guy that you get into a relationship with, you're still gonna have that, I'm not gonna do this for no man. You're still gonna have that mentality. If you got this whole superiority complex, now, even when you get in a relationship and when you get married, you're still going to have that same complex. Now, you might say, oh, no, but all she got to do is just find a man that she can communicate with and be like this and be like that. Well, yeah, maybe, but Jessica takes me as the type of woman who wants to wear the pants. I don't see any submission with this woman. And some might say, well, why she gotta submit? Because men want their women to submit. It just is what it is. Men gotta provide and protect. They want submission and femininity. She is not submissive, and she looks feminine, but I don't think her mentality is feminine. And I think women need to understand the difference between mental and physical femininity. You can have all of the long hair and the makeup and all of that and still have a man brain. Okay? A masculine mentality. And the weird part is, the more made up the women are, the more masculine they are mentally, because they're trying to hide that masculinity with all of the frills of womanhood. And some of the most plain Jane looking chicks are the most feminine women on the planet. I kid you not. So, and I look for that too. I'll be like, she looks very good, looks very feminine, but she's probably hiding something. Let me see how masculine her mind is. And that's Jessica. She's masculine minded. She's all about, you know, I think some women just fall in love with capitalism, getting the bag, and then, you know, they so used to that mentality of, you know, business and being bosses and things like that, that their mind's stuck in a masculine role, and then they don't feel like they gotta make no changes for nobody. And that's fine, but practically, like, all women want providers and protectors, practically all men want submissive, feminine women. Just is what it is. And it's hardly no getting around that. It's no getting around that for men, and it ain't no getting around that for women. So she thinks she cannot change that for Chris. She's gonna have the same problem with another dude. Let's go in.
I know that you feel it. No, I'm not. If you say it, we can never go back. I know that you need it.
Oh, you bought flowers?
Of course I did.
Oh my God. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm super excited to see Marvin today. Marvin and I definitely talk on the phone. We've been getting a lot closer.
I appreciate you coming
No problem.
for a morning coffee date.
Yeah.
However, since the hold down, I have learned some really interesting things about this man, and none of it aligns with the type of relationships that I'm used to. So my biggest doubt with Marvin is, are you able to operate in a monogamous relationship?
You're so sweet. I can't right now.
I told you I'm a
You're
romantic.
trying to make me smile extra hard.
Hey, it's a beautiful smile to see. Katarina invited me out, and I'm really excited about this date because she is my strongest connection. But I was on the bottom the last time. The ladies were empowered. So this week, I'm going to really dive deeper to find out how genuine the connections that I've already established are.
Talk to me about your week. I feel like I haven't seen you since the hoedown.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
It's unfortunate. My week has been pretty good,
Yeah.
you know. When I was in middle school, we used to play Power Rangers.
That's so cute.
So I'm making a White Ranger costume right now.
Yeah.
So we do a convention together. I'm gonna have to make you a
The
costume.
pink one.
Yes.
Can I be like Harry Potter? You know, I'm a Harry Potter fanatic.
They've had Harry Potter characters at
See?
Comic-Cons for sure.
Love.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun.
I got questions.
Okay.
This is important. So I know that you're into a lot of your alternative lifestyles.
Yeah.
My only concern is are you able to function in a monogamous relationship? Because I don't like to share.
Yeah, I absolutely can function in a monogamous relationship because that's what I grew up witnessing, a family. And that's what I want. And everything else, is just extra.
I just worry that you could possibly get bored in our relationship.
Having experienced the things that I've experienced, it's been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm looking towards the future. Me being married with beautiful children, I'd be good to go, so.
I feel like Marvin answered my questions appropriately. Do I believe Marvin 100%? Absolutely not.
Honestly, I think we're a good match. Just everything that we have, there's something special, man.
Marvin tends to say what he needs to say, approaching elimination, and I really still don't feel that Marvin can be in a traditional relationship.
But I'm glad we had a chance to sit down and talk. I'm like, dang, I might actually come out this mug with a girlfriend.
You ain't ready.
Oh, yeah.
The phone calls all about the Texas.
Okay, real quick. Marvin is in a bit of a no-win situation, okay? If he say he's ready, they don't believe he's ready. If he say he not ready, they're going to take him at his word. He not ready. He's in a no-win situation. What does he do? Prepared to leave the show because he kind of sealed his fate, even just letting that out what his lifestyle was, and I think he thought it would turn women on, but it actually turned women off. I wouldn't be surprised if after the show one of them circled back to him and got their tires rotated, but they're not going to accept that on the show. They're not going to, because they know they're being watched. So they're not going to, they probably fake it right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if at the reunion Marvin smashed one of these chicks. I'm gonna just be honest, because it's probably about their image. They probably just don't want to be known as that chick, and I understand that. But he sealed his fate just by letting that out and letting that be known, which he really didn't have no choice. He had to be honest about that. It is a part of his lifestyle, but his time was the clock was ticking on him, and anyway, let's go back in.
All about the late night sex and sessions.
What's up, girl?
How are you?
Look great.
I'm finally on a date with my boo, Quentin. We are long overdue for a one-on-one date.
Okay, we kind of matching. Hold on now.
Got a little something going on. For my top connections, I think that Herbert is ready to be a husband. And with Quentin, because he's a little younger, we just gotta work out the timeline of starting a family.
I've been waiting to get you by yourself, girl. I have been waiting. I'm very excited to be going out with Janelle. I think the group date with Herbert was great, but knowing that he has interest in Janelle as well, putting my best foot forward is definitely imperative. They're strengthening this connection. That's stronger than me, goddamn.
That's pretty strong.
That's pretty strong.
Cheers.
This looks delicious.
Hopefully it tastes delicious.
I'm sure it will.
So Tommy's assignment is to, of course, ask about doubts. Of course, I like a man who pursues me, a man who is after me. And you're just so nonchalant.
Okay.
So you need to step your game up, baby. That's it.
I hear that. I think definitely we talked about dating multiple people. Like 2 or 3 is like...
How many connections do you have, darling? You said 2, 3, and then you did this. Well, how many is it?
About 3.
Well, am I in the 3? Because I barely talked to you.
For sure in the 3.
Okay. Dating multiple people can be challenging, but I do think that it's manageable. It takes like 3 seconds on the toilet to send a text.
I received that. I need to build a family, and you want different results, you gotta try something different.
Well, I'm not gonna try something different on this next piece because I really love to make up dances with people that I like. So I do want us to make a video. I won't call it a TikTok, but it'll be something similar to that.
Yeah, I can't dance
You
that
can't
way.
dance? We're gonna see, honey. We're gonna see.
Well, the TikTok dance video, I don't know. We don't even know each other like that. Don't have me in here cheerleading.
No, it's very easy.
Okay.
Let me set up, okay?
Okay.
This week, Tommy wants us to talk about our doubts. How do you feel about our age difference?
I don't even think about it. We can address those things when we get there.
But I think the timeline in marriage and children, we got to be in love tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know? And we have other options, you know, because
Are you open to like adoption?
I'm really passionate about adoption.
Oh, really?
Because I'm adopted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
did not
learn
know
something
that.
new every day.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been waiting for. Go on, tell me, baby. Tell me something.
My parents were young, and my adoptive parents got me at like 6 months old, and that's all I know for the most part.
A lot of times we're just having a good time with each other. So this date is allowing us to kind of peel back a couple more layers. Are your adopted parents black, white?
Yes, they black.
Hey, yeah, you never know.
My parents are white.
I'm just asking.
Fair question.
You ready?
Let's do
All
it.
right. Go. And 2 and hey. 1 and 2. Down. That was perfect. A+. I love when Herbert picks me up and the fact that he brought Jake a toy. I definitely feel like our connection has grown, but I still want to see him improve on this communication.
Women really love when you can pick them up. That's what I noticed. Janelle wants a man. She said, the next man I get, I want him to be able to pick me up. Quentin tried to pick her up. She didn't want him to do that. Kira loves when Herbert picks her up. Is that a thing, ladies? Put it in the comments. I'm kind of curious. Do you want a man who can pick you up? Is that important to you or nah? Or do you want to be able to pick your man up? I'd be interested to know. Let's go in.
That was greatness.
I feel like I'm ready.
I think you are.
I'm ready. It's definitely fun doing something with Kira. She enjoys. She's very bubbly, but I don't know how much more it is outside of fun and flirty.
You're officially like welcome to any day.
Am I?
Yeah,
okay.
for real.
I passed the test.
You passed the test, boo.
I love it.
You talked about doubts, so I'm gonna give you some reassurance. Just marriage and kids, I don't think it takes a long time. And that's why I have done the work to be ready. Yes, I find you attractive. Yes, we're gonna have sex, but I want that to be.
That's breaking news. Wow.
We just talked about kids.
Who knew? Okay.
But I want someone to be my best friend. So even though I'm younger, this is still something that I want.
Okay.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
It'll do.
This date with Quentin, we had some great conversations about what the trajectory of our relation could be.
Well, thanks for joining me for a drink and get some time.
From all these group dates. And the guys are great, but they're not me though.
Like, he puts a really big smile on my face. His boyish quality, like, he's a flirt. And leaving the date, I am feeling good about our connection.
Look, he sees a lot of beauty in Janelle, and I can see it too. She does have a very beautiful face that really lights up, and I think that's what really hooked Quentin. Is she laughs and she smiles a lot, and she lights up this dude's world for real. So yeah, you know, I get it. Again, I still think it's her representative that he sees, but I know how he got caught in. He's a little younger too, so he has hard eyes for Janelle. He just don't know all of the nuances that women kind of go through, and that's because he's young. He's younger. I think he's what, 33, 31, 33, and something like that. And she's 41, 42, so she's probably about 10 years older than him. So, or you know, 8 to 10 years older than him. So, you know, that's why she said he has a boyish quality, you know, and he does. He has a boyish quality. I still think he's a grown ass man, though, you know what I mean? He knows what he likes. He just don't have that experience to kind of call out the reps like yours truly. Okay, I know how to call out the reps, the representatives, and you know, oddly enough, I don't think Kira is showing a representative. I think that's really her, and I think that Janelle has a representative. So, but all that being said, let's go back in.
Tommy's assignment is talking about doubts, so I set up a date for me and Marie. Hello. What's like the go-to? Basically, once you pick one, you guys could dip them in chocolate. Ooh.
If I'm being honest, just aesthetically, physically, they look like the best match. She probably don't want Marie, but if I'm being honest, they look like a married couple. They look like I'm not saying that they are. I'm not saying that they personalities match. I'm just saying aesthetically, they look like a good match. If you've seen them out on a date, you probably be like, oh, they're probably going to get together. I don't think they will, though. Anyway.
Good deal. I'm trying to get dibs on it. The feedback on Black culture from REA baffled me. So going into this date, of course I want to get to the bottom of this. Chocolate's fine, the regular milk chocolate. Which one is better? Is it better with chocolate, or you think white chocolate would be better? Let's do white chocolate. Let's do white.
Coming into Kira's world, I want to just kind of get a little more clarity and even maybe ask her if she needs.
Hey, why you ain't go for the brown chocolate? What's with this white chocolate, girl? Huh? You couldn't choose the black chocolate? You couldn't even choose the darker chocolate? Oh my goodness, girl, you. Oh, I see how you is, Kira. Yeah, everything white, huh? Even the chocolate. I mean, chocolate is chocolate. It's supposed to be chocolate. It ain't supposed to be white. I'm just fucking around, y'all. I'm just fucking around.
Any more clarity on anything I tried to convey to her. So I really wanted to have this moment. Do you like desserts?
I like, cookies and sweet potato pie.
Homemade or like store-bought?
Homemade.
Homemade,
Yeah.
okay.
What desserts do you like?
Banana pudding is my favorite. My
Really?
grandmother used to make it from scratch.
Baby, I ain't your mama though, okay? I'm not gonna be making that from scratch.
We'll hook you up with the recipe.
Okay,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Of course, we're getting a little bit more intimate, so I want to
Yeah.
ask you,
Okay.
do you have any doubts with me? I know when you asked me about Black culture,
Yeah.
I felt like you didn't really know me.
Yeah, I was just concerned, like my lifestyle, my everyday lifestyle is very, very rooted in Black. Like, and especially if I'm looking to pursue a woman to be my wife. I really wanted to see, okay, where do you feel about things like that?
I have two older brothers, I have
Yeah.
dad. Like, if I don't like Black culture, like, I don't feel like you really saw me for who I am. I
Yeah.
feel like you prejudged me.
Yeah.
So,
Possibly,
yeah.
If you ain't gonna get nothing from me, you're gonna get the truth and the honesty.
Yeah.
You might not like it, but this is who
Yeah.
I am.
So I would think that you would have an idea of like genuine people versus not.
Yeah.
I try to talk about the Black culture comment, but I feel like we haven't resolved the issue, and it does make me question a little bit of his character.
And I didn't mean no harm about it or disrespect.
Of course, I joked about it because I am a jokey person,
Yeah.
but it was a little bit of a slap in the face.
Okay. I also feel like that was a slap in my face. I wasn't trying to judge her, but this is only further letting me know that the connection is probably not there.
Closer and closer, baby, don't let me go. A minute in time, the moment is ours, and now it's alone.
Just so y'all know, I'm gonna do a whole video on Kira because I want to give her a fair chance, and I'm going to just do a whole video strictly on Kira. So stay tuned for that, okay?
Looky here.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? I'm excited to go on a date with Marvin. There is a lot of ground for us to cover. Like, he's the dominant. And the things that Marvin has revealed to me so far do not pique my interest.
I have an ass worship fetish. And then I have my oral fetishes, forced orgasms.
However, I love to explore different ways of thinking, and he's just a different breed. So I'm wondering, what it's rooted in. How's everything going with you? Are you in a good space?
It's an interesting process, It's outside of my box for sure, but I'm here for it. Lee set up a date for us. Oh, sweet. And I'm excited to see what she thinks about me and to see if we are connected.
Love food. When I get food.
Lee, I mean, that body is just banging in that all white. I see she's sitting in that chair real nice. Dude got a big salad. He got a huge salad over there. What do y'all think? Y'all think this is a potential? I don't know. Let's see.
There's a little dance.
Okay, a little happy dance. I feel that. I haven't seen effort on her part to show me that she wants to be pursued, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out what's what at this point.
So, what is your temperament like? Are you normally happy, or do you have ebbs and flows in your mood, or what's your
I'm
personality?
very even-tempered. I love to have a good time. I love to laugh, and I'm silly. I like impersonating voices in movies.
What's
Some
your
of my
favorite
friends.
movie?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, you impersonate Jurassic Park?
Yeah. Not the dinosaurs, the people.
Oh, I was about to say, okay.
Let me hear you roar. Like, no. I think you and I are off to a good start. You're an amazing person. You're gorgeous, but you're humble. And that's huge for me.
Thank you. That's sweet.
That's what's
I
up.
appreciate it.
That's what's up.
For
Bye.
sure. Well, the thing is, it's good to be a great person. It's good to be a great catch, but you want to get caught by the right person.
Right.
you
right.
know, so.
I feel that. I did want to ask you one thing, though.
Okay.
So where are you with me? How do you feel, if anything?
I think that you're a nice guy, but I'm not sure your lifestyle preferences are aligning with me.
I want to help you understand so you don't have any misconceptions.
Okay.
And I am all about compromise. I can say what I like, I can say what I want for the future, but I'm saying those things because I'm single.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So even with that, we would discuss, and come to terms with it and make it work.
I'm not really buying when he says that he's willing to compromise. That's a pretty extreme lifestyle, and you're just suddenly ready to switch. Some things are just a part of who you are. I guess my concern is that I don't want you to feel like you are pushing down your true desires, you know? Because that's like, you scare me.
Yeah. I don't know. I get the caution. I mean, first of all, none of the women believe this dude. I mean, his ticket is punched. They, not Katarina, not Lee. They just don't believe. It gotta suck. They just don't believe anything the dude say. He's clearly in a no-win situation. Clearly. And, no matter what he say, look, I can compromise, I can do this. I don't believe that. I just think that the ladies are kind of, just scared to invest in Marvin. They feel like you can't get out of that world and get into a boring relationship with me, okay? Because I'm boring. So I don't want to get my heart broken because you leave me because you got bored of my intimacies or whatever, because I don't want to do the whole forced orgasm thing, they're probably doing him a favor, to be honest, because if they that conservative, if they're that, if they're just not into it, then they're just not the women for him. He needs a woman who's into that and will have his son. That's his woman, and don't look like she's on the show. Like I said, you're probably all doing each other a favor by not, having Marvin on the show is, I kind of question why they casted Kira, but I kind of understand. They kind of want that kind of, bubbly personality. I'll put it that way. Bubbly personality on the show for women who can relate to Akira. Let's put her on the show. There's a whole demographic of sisters who act just like her. So let's put her on the show. As far as Marvin, I think the guy is, I'm not sure why they casted him. He was set up to fail, really. Unless they found a woman who was deep into that. The woman that came the closest was Unique, but they let her go. So Marvin should have known that eliminating Unique would have eliminated him I don't know if he figured that out, but he was the one who first threw Unique under the bus, which was a dumb move. And then he's the one who sent her home in the elimination and told her she wasn't ready to love. That was a dumb, well, maybe not so dumb move. It's probably best it came from him than anybody else. But you ain't got nobody else left, bro. You ain't got nobody else left fighting for you in your corner. And he probably don't know that. He probably think he got some genuine connections with these women. No, you don't. And pretty much all of them are telling you that they don't necessarily believe you can get out of that lifestyle. I just think it was his time to go. But let me stop talking. Let's go in.
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I like these pants.
They like you?
All right now.
I am so ready to unpack my doubts for Tommy. It's always complicated to send a man home, but it's been a week for me.
Miss Sierra. You have a seat, beautiful.
I have so many things that are red flags. It's so much I need to say, and quite frankly, I'm ready to get down to the bottom of it.
All right, welcome back, ladies.
Hey.
Look like some of y'all can't wait to get into the details. Tell me about this week. I want to hear about these doubts, and I want to know about these dates. Who are you connecting with the most? We're going to start with Aries, the one that's glowing.
I had a date with Phil. He brought beautiful roses, but I did express that my doubt is I have 2 boys. I need to make sure that the man that I'm gonna choose is someone who is a leader, which he was pretty much on board with. So
all his boxes are checked.
it's the feels, it's the spark. It's what I wanted to have happen in this experience.
And it feels
so
good, doesn't it?
It feels great.
Janelle, talk to me.
I finally had a one-on-one date with Quentin. He just turned 34. I'm 41. And so I did want to talk to him about expectations and timeline. He said he doesn't really plan to have like long engagements. And we talked about adoption. And so he's like, he's with that.
I feel a grown man when I talk to him.
I really appreciate that from him and Herbert. And I think that's why they are my connections.
Okay.
Herbert's very much a grown man, and I do think that longevity-wise, I think it'd be fine. We did a little dance together. It's super cute. The only doubt to me, he's not consistent with his communication, and I need him to like step it up if he's trying to pursue me.
Okay. Jessica.
I kind of popped up on Chris this
You
week.
popped up.
He was happy to see me.
Any doubts?
When people are very busy, sometimes they are not as consistent as maybe you would like for them to be. So I brought it up to him.
We're good now?
Yeah, because he even said, he said, well, you don't call me as much. I was like, yeah,
So you got something to work on too?
yeah, but I'm perfect, so I'm just kidding.
All right, things seem to be heating up. You know where we headed to?
She actually believes that.
So, who is it that you feel just isn't ready to love you?
I went on a date with Christopher. And I made a little Birkin bag joke, and he got all scared. He was doubting me, like, can I really afford you? So it made me just think, is he just like saying the right things?
Yeah.
We had a group date and then the whole down. It just felt like he was just selling himself the whole time.
Well, I'm an entrepreneur. I own like 10 acres. Actually, chiropractic school. I was trying to be a chiropractor. Model sometimes, so that led to like fashion shows, New York Fashion Week.
You're not going after my heart. You're going after my vote.
So he's lobbying.
Yeah.
34, ain't got no kids. I did the New York Fashion Week, I was going to school to be a doctor, chiropractor. Somebody stop.
Okay, stop. Okay.
That is him.
I gave him my phone number, then it's crickets.
Anybody else?
Marvin, for sure. Whatever he's into, like, I'm not doing it, so we're not compatible no matter how much you want to retract and say, I don't have to do that. Yes, you do.
Okay.
So I expressed doubts with him as far as, are you able to be like in a monogamous relationship? He said that it wasn't an issue for him. I'm still trying to fill that out. A lot of the guys say what they need to say to, stay on our good side.
Right.
I had talked to him on the phone. He told me that he's a stag, and a stag is someone who enjoys watching their partner have sex with other people.
He didn't say that.
What?
He did not say that.
What the hell?
Who else?
Marie, we talk in depth about different things, but it's not
It's not romantic.
Right.
This is the homie. I can talk to him about anything, but it's just not that spark.
He just has so much going on. I don't know if I fit on the plate.
I think people make room for what they want. Mario has shown up consistently with me. He calls, we have deep conversations.
And also, he asked me, do I like Black culture?
You Black, right?
Last time I checked, I thought I was Black too.
Okay.
I like Morier. He's really a great, well-rounded individual. And
He Black.
And I ain't mad at it.
It just rubbed me the wrong way. So I would say Marvin.
Okay.
I be messing up people's names.
I mess
So
it
many
up every
men.
time. It's Marie.
Maria, yes.
The minute someone holds Kira accountable, she tries to throw a dig. So she didn't forget Morier's name. She was upset because he called her out about how she really feels about Black people.
I saw some eyes over here. What was y'all talking about?
Because I had messed up the names and
Kira, stop playing with me.
it wasn't being disrespectful, but if you received it that way, I do apologize.
Okay.
But you also have to realize you have been kind of just snarky this whole time.
I have not been snarky with you.
Okay.
You've been incorrect several times.
Okay.
And you were also incorrect when you perpetuate Quentin dating white women. And then you said here, you was like the most white woman here. Now, I don't know what claim to fame that's supposed to be, but it's not cute.
Okay.
You've made comments like that around levels. Like, I like Black, but this is too Black for me.
But the thing is, I think that you and Janelle like to be like mean girls.
Kira, let me be clear about it.
I'm speaking. You keep talking. When you speak, I'm just saying I can feel y'all's negative energy because y'all definitely single me out on things. Jessica and Janelle are out to make me look like I'm ignorant, trying to make people be intimidated by them and get onto their bandwagon. And if you don't, they will let you know that they don't like that.
Let me be clear. I don't have to speak to you. I will not be speaking to you because I do not like you. Because you jump in and out of
So let's
character.
do this. We don't all have to be friends. We are here for connections. We're all here on our own different journeys. But I ask that we be respectful. That's all. All right. Sounds like the decisions are made. Tommy got a curveball. Yep. This week, not one, but two guys are going home.
Two guys will be going home today. We don't need any more curveballs. This journey is hard enough as it is.
All right, ladies, you've chosen 3 men. Take these men out and let 2 of them know that they are not ready to love.
Right.
All right, go home, make love to my wife by myself. Nobody coming in my house.
Tell me something I don't know. Take me somewhere I'll go. Baby, do it.
Tommy pulled this curveball for the ladies to meet with 3 of the gentlemen and eliminate 2 of them.
What's going on, pretty lady?
Hey, you. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. I did not want the task of giving Marvin feedback, so I'm anxious, honestly. This is probably the best margarita I've ever had.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, no, seriously.
I like them frozen. Let me call me.
No. Hello, handsome.
Hey, how you doing, Kira?
How
you
are
look
you?
amazing.
Oh my gosh, yay.
Going into this date, me and Kira have been having great conversation. We have so many different things in common. So I feel like this is going to bring me and her closer, honestly.
Sorry, I'm so random, but I'm thinking we didn't talk about doubt. So my only doubt about you is you. I think you're great. You check a lot of boxes and stuff. It's just I want to make sure that you are who you say you are.
You made it seem like I look like a player or something.
You're really smooth with your words.
Hey, hey.
How you doing? You look
Good to
nice.
see you. Thank you.
Going into this date with...
I noticed Lee don't even really like to hug guys. She always give these church hugs. Give a man a real hug. Who was it? Was it Quentin? He was like, I think it was one of the other episodes. He was like, give me a hug, you know? She always do all these church hugs. I told you this woman is super conservative. It gets to a point where it don't matter how you look. I mean, if you can't give it to me, what good is it? it gets annoying after a while. It's just distraction after a while. You gotta, look, I'm not saying every woman should be draped all over a man and all this other stuff, but she ain't with no dude. She ain't in no relationship. So why what are you saving it for? Like, maybe that's me, man. I just notice how conservative this woman is, and it's a bit of a turnoff for me.
My head is a little bit all over the place.
How are you doing?
Doing good, doing better now. Because the ladies met with Tommy today, I don't know if the effort that I was putting forth was enough.
You sweating? You okay?
So, you had the lounge.
Okay.
Some of the ladies felt like they couldn't align with you as far as like your sexual preferences.
I think the issue is a lot of times it's easier to reject what's different than learn about.
I think they were a little scared of like, I know, like the poly lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm into different things, but it all revolves around my woman.
Right.
And if you don't have an understanding of that, of course you're gonna speculate. You know what I'm saying?
Me and the ladies will feel like you're trying to sell yourself.
That's what they say?
That's what they said.
It's not me selling myself, it's me telling the truth of who I am. If you ask a question, how do you supposed to get to know me if I don't tell you about myself?
We're already halfway through the journey.
Yeah.
Just reflecting over everything. Some of the ladies feel like you are giving like homeboy
vibes. Like, to be put in a friend zone is a little bit different to say, well, I don't think that this person is somebody I could see myself with.
You're not in a friend zone. You're at homie vibes.
Okay.
Like one of the things too that the women were saying, that you would gear your conversation towards each woman to fit what she's looking for.
That doesn't make sense to me because I put everything on the table. You know what I'm saying? And nothing has ever changed with my goals. I don't customize myself to fit a woman. I'm gonna be myself so I can find the right woman.
What else happened?
They didn't feel like you have been intentional. Like somebody said that you got their number, but they didn't hear from you until like a couple.
They didn't respond.
Okay.
If a man's supposed to have intentions, you gotta get a man something to go by. I'm not gonna keep pursuing something and make a fool out of myself.
Also, there was an issue when you kind of challenged someone's love for Black culture.
And I know where that came from. I live a very Black life. This is not, to be sounding cool or anything. I have a duty to my people.
Right.
So I'm not changing that.
I don't know what it is, but Lee got some bad lighting in this scene. I don't know what it is. Her face is didn't wake up on the right side of the bed today. I don't know. It could be the lighting. I don't know what's going on. Just makes her look a little more gloomy, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me, man. I'm kind of picking on Lee in this scene. I don't know why, but I got a lot of material, to be honest. Anyway.
So we talked about the feedback.
Yeah.
The ladies have decided that you are not ready to love.
Okay, well, that's what it is.
I hate this part, though.
I know. Me leaving this process, it doesn't really bother me because I know my worth as a man. The only thing I could have done differently was ask the ladies about their doubts with me, and I thought I cleared things up, but maybe it wasn't enough for them, or it just wasn't for them.
Don't you me?
I'm absolutely glad I took this chance. It was very educational for me because I learned a lot about new people that I haven't experienced before, and I'm thankful.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope, response to the whole situation. Shout out to Marvin. Like I said, man, he pretty much, he was set up to fail pretty much because, it was too much. Not enough for a woman to on live TV to commit to. Maybe somebody in private, but not while the world is watching, because they don't want to be labeled that chick. So but made it interesting, brung up some new conversations about the poly life, the forced orgasms, the restraints, I guess he likes to watch his mate with somebody else, which is kind of, that's pretty extreme. But yeah, he was set up to fail. Not sure why they casted him, but because he's such a niche guy. But at least he left out class, didn't disrespect nobody, and said it was a learning experience and threw up the deuce sign. So shout out to Marvin.
You're on a good path, but you could be on a better path, if you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
So we definitely still do feel like you are ready to love, so you can relax.
Man, let me take a sip on that one. I don't know how to feel, to be honest. I thought that I was putting my best foot forward, but I also see I could be doing more. I'm willing to take those steps, because I don't want to be sitting in this seat no more. I was very surprised that my cultural concerns were brought up, but I'm going to take Lee's feedback, and then we're going to definitely go to the drawing board tonight.
Well, the girls feel like you're not ready to love.
And I'm sorry, they feel that way.
Yeah.
This is me, this is who I am. And I can't change that. Honestly, I think I was put up for elimination because I was being authentic. And some ladies weren't all the way being who they really were. Like one girl was like, how you feel about Birkin bags? But I'm like, man, you're catching an Uber. I wish everybody the best on the journey, and hopefully everybody find what they're looking for. That's what it's all about. On my journey next up is really just keep becoming a better man, try to take the criticism that I was given and be ready when I do find love.
Next time on Ready to Love. This week, the ladies will be meeting your ex.
Wow. I would like to be engaged by the end of this year, start at the top of next year.
Wait a minute, this is not the discussion we had.
Do you feel like you received support from him as well?
No. I was just there in servitude, for real. Requires a lot, girl.
I read tarot cards, so if y'all would allow me to pull a card or two for you guys.
I'm very non-negotiable about having pagan things in my space.
For me in this house, we will serve the Lord.
None of this is going the way that I planned it at all.
Wow. Those two really rock heavy with each other. I wonder how often they talk. They must really talk a lot. Like, it seemed like Jessica and Janelle really rock with each other heavy. I don't know what that's about. They're probably just good friends. They probably talk on the phone too a lot. It seemed like they talk on the phone a lot with each other. They seem to share a lot of the same values. They both seem to have a very, I hate the word strong because I don't consider it strong, because oftentimes when you come off so masculine, it's because of a fear that you have. So I would like to say that it's, they come off very masculine. They probably got that in common. It's just how they think, and they carry a bit of masculine energy. They kind of hide it with some femininity, but I think both of them are very I don't know. They just seem to be let's just say stubborn, if I'm being real, because the way Janelle kind of attacked Kira, even though I ain't the biggest Kira fan, even the way Janelle kind of attacked Kira, and then she had beef with Tequila, okay? Tequila even said to Jessica, you can get it too. Like, they must have been riding tight day one or something. I don't know. But when Janelle jumped, Jessica jumped, or when Janelle say something, Jessica will roll her eyes. She make all these funny faces. it's just interesting, their dynamic. They're friends, you know, it is what it is. They're friends, but they kind of surprised me with this whole pagan thing. But anyway, what do y'all think about this episode? What would you add to this? Put it in the comments. What do you think about two guys leaving? Let me say this too. I actually think that they're probably going to introduce one more guy. They probably introduce another guy and another female. They're probably going to let two ladies go, and then they're going to introduce one more guy, one more female. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong about that, but it would make sense because the season was starting to get, and the people just wasn't seeming to gel much. So I think they came up with this curveball to, okay, we got to get rid of some people to kind of get some connections going. So I think they're going to introduce another guy. I think they're probably going to introduce another woman at some point. They might even let two women go. So because we got to get rid of the people who ain't connecting here. Okay. And we got to start getting some people in here who may be compatible. So just a guess, next week, I would say goodbye to Kira. I would probably say goodbye to who else? I don't know. Shoot, Lee could be on the chopping block. Or Aries. Aries is probably only connected with one person. Aries got Chris as a hedge. I think she's really into Phil, but she got Chris to keep her in the house, so to speak, to keep her on the show. But if two ladies left, I would probably say either Kira and Sierra, because I don't think anybody is really connecting with Sierra on a deep level. And yeah. So if they let two ladies go, my guess would be Kira and Sierra. And there you have it. But let me know what y'all think. I really will be interested to know. Put it in the comments. What do y'all think? Hit the like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.